Hi, you're watching ColumbusGA.tv, and I'm Doug Sellers, and today I am in the Turner Courtyard, which is on Broadway in Columbus, Georgia. It's part of Uptown Columbus, and we're looking at a statue. Now, some of the statues that we've looked at have been just a little out there, maybe, and we hadn't been able to interpret them as well, or maybe I haven't been able to. I'm not a big sculptor interpreter. I just trying to do my thing, but this one's pretty easy to look at and to understand. It's a picture of a young lady and a piece of machinery, and the name of it is A Simple Act of Kindness. And behind this is a story, and it's a story of this act of kindness that happened back in 1883 in the Eagle and Phoenix mills. Now, those are, wasn't alive back then, but I'm familiar with textile mills, and I know that they are, of course, textile, very machine-oriented. The machines weren't as developed, of course, back then as they are, and the gears were exposed. And in this particular situation, this young lady's working on this in the mill, and back then they also wore these long dresses, and the high shoes, the period of fashion of the time, and she was running this machine, and she got her long dress hung in one of the gears. Thankfully, there's no indication that she was injured, but in the process, it ripped her skirt. You can see pieces of it, and it ripped her skirt, and out of her skirt fell her life savings. Coins, dollar bills, don't really know how much it was, but her entire life savings fell out of her skirt into the middle of the plant. Now, to me, that's just kind of crazy that she thought that was the safest place for her to keep her money, but she knew, back then there wasn't a whole lot of alarm systems and guard dogs and stuff like that maybe, but she felt like that was the safest place for her to keep her money with her at all the times. Well, of course, there was a scramble for the money as she tried to gather it up, and the factory executives saw what happened, and so they offered to keep that money safe for her. They realized how important it was. They realized how dangerous that it was that she might lose it, not only in the factory, but just out walking around. Somehow the lining of her skirt may come unsewn, may be ripped or something, and she would lose her entire life savings in the snow or in the rain or whatever. But that simple act of kindness, of offering to keep this lady's savings safe in the factory vault, turned into one of the largest companies in Georgia and one of the largest, certainly one of the largest companies that's still in business today. The news spread in the factory, of course, that she was having her money kept by the factory executives in a safe place, so they all wanted to have their money kept in a safe place with her. And so as the news spread, this operation became so big that in 1888, it became the Third National Bank. And later that year, in December of 1888, it became known as Columbus Bank and Trust. We know them as CB&T and Synovus. 125 years, this simple act of kindness has stood as a testament as to why the greater Columbus area is a wonderful place to visit, vacation, and live. And oh, by the way, these simple acts of kindness are still going on all over the greater Columbus area. Come down and see for yourself. Thanks for watching.